Hello everyone, I'm Chris Uzzy at Petty's Garage. Welcome to Walkthrough Wednesday. All right, here we have Sparky. Sparky's working on reinstalling this engine for a customer. Tell us a little bit about where you're at here, Sparky.
Just got the engine, went ahead and put the motor mounts on it. I'm getting ready to put it on the cradle. It's going to be a 426 with a Whipple supercharger.
Okay, all new bottom end. Tell us what all we replaced in this engine from a stock engine when we built this.
This one has a forged crank, rods and pistons. It's got a upgraded cam in it, ported and polished heads. It's basically the biggest build you can do with a 426.
Give us an approximate horsepower gain over the stock engine.
This one's probably going to be making somewhere around 800. 700-800.
Okay, we're going to move along and go back to a little more aftermarket performance stuff and see what we're installing on this Mustang. Here we got Mitch Williams. Mitch is a longtime employee at Petty's Garage, and he does a little bit of everything, and today he's fabricating some new brackets for hood pins. Mitch, you want to tell us a little bit about where you're at?
Right now, like Huzzy said, we're trying to get some hood pins made in this car. So looking at what other people's done, they weren't aesthetically correct. So we're trying to get it to where the hood pins are actually on the leading edge of the hood to keep the front edge of the hood down versus being further back. Because as you know, if wind gets under it, that's just more leverage for it to push up on. So we're just going a whole different route here and trying to get the hood pin as far forward on the hood as we can.
This is leveraging some of our race car experience that we learned through the years. And it's just, as Mitch said, it's the proper thing to do. It's the right place to be to do its actual job. And hopefully a customer will be happy that we did it the right way in fabricating these new parts. And this may be something that we add to our line in the future. We'll Photoshop that out. Okay, as we continue Walkthrough Wednesday, we'll head over to this Restomod. Really nice little Camaro with our Petty's Garage custom paint. Oftentimes we forget to promote our custom paint shop, but as you see, all this is paint. We don't do a lot of vinyl decals. We really take great pride in our custom paint and our paint shop. I have Brian Witcher here. Brian looks over our restoration stuff, and he can give us a little update on where we are with this Camaro.
Well, we're closing in on the end of this build. About all we have left is put the windows in it, do the interior, which is leaving to go to the interior shop next week. Really excited about that. Comes back from the interior shop, we'll put it on the chassis dyno, tune it, and test drive it, and hopefully send it home to the customer.
So this is somewhat of a mix between a restoration and a Restomod for a customer's request for a 1970 Chevrolet El Camino. Obviously not many of these still in circulation, but we're going to put one back on the road. Brian Witcher once again is heading up this project. We'll let Brian talk about a little bit where we are on this project.
A funny story with this one, our customer, he wanted another El Camino that's actually on the property. We sent it to blast, got it back, and there was only going to be like one fender and one door left. The rust was so bad in it, so we scrapped that one. He found this one. It was a running, driving, pretty nice vehicle when it rolled in, and within a few days, Mitch and Scott had stripped it to nothing. We sent it to blast. This was a good body, and they've already actually repaired what little rust was in it, patched the firewall it was a factory AC car, but we're going to put vintage air on it, so they patched the firewall. We actually put a roof skin on it because the windshield bed had rust pits in it. It was just easier to replace the top than it was to fix the rust, so that was our fix there. So Chris said we've got the chassis ordered. It's going to be actually a Pro Street. It's going to have 31 by 18 20-inch Mickey Thompsons on the rear, so it's going to have, you know, a tire that's 17 inches wide on the back. So big block Chevrolet, fuel injected, Tremec 6-speed, but he wants it to look more period correct of 1970. So this will be a really cool, fun build. We're all kind of looking forward to it.
Okay, we're going to move along. Thanks, Brian. Go over to a new project that we've just recently got on site. This is a former Richard Petty Motorsports road course car from the 2010-2011 era of NASCAR Cup racing. And now it has an Xfinity body on it, which also won races at RPM. But this is the chassis that Marcos Ambrose from Australia won with at Watkins Glen in 2011. So we've got some good friends, family friends of the Pettys that have asked about getting this car restored to the period correct time from when Marcos won the race. And these friends are actually from Australia. So we're talking to those guys, and we're sourcing the parts, sourcing the engine from Roush Yates, sourcing everything to put it back just like it was when it won Marcos's first race at Watkins Glen. So this will be a long-term project that you'll see more of in future walkthrough Wednesdays, but it's just now starting, and it's going to be an exciting project because we all kind of have backgrounds in racing, and this is something that we enjoy doing. And like I said, this will be a future project you'll see a lot more of. Okay, next stop's the engine shop. Let's head up and see Fred Langford and his crew. All right, first stop here is we'll look, we're doing some head and cam packages for Ruba Trucks, our good partners up in Boone, North Carolina. We do a lot of work for those guys, a lot of engine work, anything from head and cam packages for Jeeps and Gladiators and that type of thing to the 426 full-on builds and 448 full builds. Like I said, this is a head and cam package that we'll turn around pretty quickly and ship up to those guys in the wooden crate, and then they perform all the swaps and installs at their place in Boone. We'll move into the machine shop where we're going to find Fred Langford, see what Fred's up to. This is Fred. Looks like Fred's getting ready to deck some heads here, machine the heads. Fred, you want to tell us a little bit about what you're doing?
You know, we're just basically going to take a cleanup cut and surface these heads, get the CCs before we want them, and then go assemble and put them on the engine.
Approximately how much of a cut do you take on average on these heads?
On average on these heads, probably 5 to 8 thousandths.
Okay, and that's off of a brand new casting.
Brand new casting.
If we did the same type service to an existing casting for a customer, how about the same amount?
About the same amount due to the valve job depth and all the sinking.
And what CCs are you looking for at the end, or is that proprietary information?
Proprietary.
Okay, we like our secrets, and we'll stay with our secrets, and maybe one day if you're a customer of ours, we'll share that information with you. Okay, we're up in the tuning department, and we're at our new Dynojet sale, sponsored by Dynojet. We have a brand new dyno here. Many of you have known about, many of you see the videos, and today what we have on here is a practically new, less than 1,600 miles Hellcat wide body. This customer's come in, got the stage 1 package along with the appearance package, and we are dyno tuning it today. The customer's supposed to come by later this morning to see his car and video his own car, and hopefully he shares a lot of that with you guys on social media, because the noise is always good. We love the exhaust, we love the noise, and the customers do too. The stage 1 package parts that we swap out consist of a upper pulley and injectors and a belt and Diablo tuner that goes with it. We specifically use the Diablo i3 tuner that so many people are familiar with, and those few parts change out for roughly 100 plus horsepower is a 2 to 3 day job, so we get quick turnarounds on them, and obviously that includes a dyno tune. We're going to move along here on Walkthrough Wednesday, and we have one more stop, basically just to show you where we keep a lot of our cars. We try to keep all customer cars indoors, and this is kind of a storage facility for us right now. We've got a Mustang here that we're waiting to put a supercharger on. We performed our custom paint on it, put the Petty blue stripes for this gentleman out of Texas. And so as soon as the rest of his parts come in, we hope to get him out of here and get him back to Texas. But once again, we're very proud of our body shop, our custom paint, our Petty blue stripes. You'll see a lot of that in this room. There are these are some more of our newer vehicles that we did custom paint on this gentleman's Hellcat blower. As you can see, you've got our new coil pack covers on that match the OEM manufacturer's paint, along with his strut tower brace. More custom paint with the strut tower braces, coil pack covers on this nice sublime green. This is a very, very popular color. One of our most popular selling colors, as a matter of fact. So with that, we come to an end today, but we hope to see you at the next walkthrough Wednesday, and we're going to continue this. If you have any suggestions, any ideas, please let us know, and we'll show you a different part of Petty's garage.